Klizački plesački par Jayne Torvill i Christopher Jayne je 14. februara 1984. pred televizijske ekrane doveo više od 24 miliona Britanaca koji su očekivali potvrdu dominacije ledenog scenog svijeta para iz Nottinghama, čije su ulice te večeri bile sablasno puste. Bio je to apsolutni rekord koji je nadmašio TV gledanost čak i finala svjetskog prvenstva u fudbalu 66. koji su Englezi osvojili u onom epskom meču protiv Njemačke. Taj rekord je i do dan danas izdržao sve nalete velikih sportskih događaja. Svojim plesom su gotovo topili led u olimpijskoj zetri, senzualnošću i interpretacijom čuvenog Ravelovog bolera. Za mnoge je tek tada bolero postao hit. Jayne i Christopher su razoružali i ponekad nemilosrdno rigorozne suce. Na semaforu nakon tog zauvijek zapamćenog plesa pojavilo se nevjerovatnih 9 šestica i 6 ocjena 5,9. I taj će rekord ostati nenadmašen, između ostalog zbog toga što je način bodovanja promijenjen. Opus blistave karijere je zaokružen sarajevskim zlatom i nakon 4 zlata sa svjetskih prvenstava, 4 sa evropskih prvenstava, a poslije Sarajeva Torvill i Jayne su napravili izlet u profesionalne vode, a na olimpijske igre su se vratili u Lillehammeru i karijeru zaključili bronzom. U Nottinghamu iz grada dvostrukog fudbalskog prvaka Europe, odakle je krenula njihova karijera, dobili su ulice sa svojim imenima, a bolero svoj trg. Mogli bi i u Sarajevu razmisliti o tome. Jayne i Christopher i danas kližu. Ekipa Al Jazeera ih je posjetila u Londonu i uvjerili smo se u njihovu sjajnu formu u kojoj se još uvijek nalaze i nastupaju u spektaklu Holiday on Ice. Pa da ih poslušamo.
Well, it's a great honor and pleasure to having us here 40 years later. And my first question might be in which sort of physical conditions you are. But I saw you on the ring, the skating.
We're still skating. We're still moving around. We call it age-appropriate skating now. But we still try to push ourselves as much as we can. You know, we're still trying to be as original as we can on the ice. And so we still get the love and enjoyment from it, being able to perform in front of an audience.
Who is power driving between you two in this late age? Late age.
Chris. Yeah,
So,
he always has been.
can you follow the rhythm? Can you follow the pace?
Yeah, I can keep up with him.
Yeah, she keeps up with me.
Yeah, definitely.
We push each other, to be honest.
Yeah.
And we've spent so many years, like next year, although it's 40 years of Sarajevo just around the corner, the 14th of February, but next year we will have skated together for 50 years. And so
Incredible.
It's a long time. It's a long partnership, and you know we're just
I hope
good friends as well.
we will be for 50 years of Sarajevo together again. Hopefully.
Yeah, there's every chance of that.
10 years.
Thinking back, when Sarajevo got the Olympics, it was 18th of May 78 in Athens. In which stage, in which phase your partnership was in this time?
In 1978, we'd only been skating together for like 3 years.
Yeah, and in that time though, I think we got to the British champions.
Yeah.
And then we
had already done our first European championship, I think, in 78.
I think we were 8th or 9th in the worlds at that time.
Yeah.
And so it was quite a quick rise, you might say. But for us, we just focused on what we had to do, the skating. The big thing is, to begin with, when we started skating, we both had full-time jobs.
All right.
I was a policeman. Jayne worked in an office. And it was not until 1980 that we decided we had saved enough money ourselves to be able to continue skating for another 6 months, something like that. So we finished our jobs and just took the plunge and decided that we would do our best at competition. And it was that year that we won our first world championship back in 1981.
We were hoping that we'd get a medal. And we were
In Sarajevo?
No. We hoped
before.
in
This is in 81. This was the lead up to.
81. We thought we have a chance, looking on paper at everyone else and who'd retired, we had a chance to maybe get a bronze medal. but we found ourselves getting a gold medal at the World Championships in 1981.
And European Championship later on.
European Championship.
So the next thing
To
was
maintain
each
that.
year lead up to the 1984 Olympics, because that was our goal,
Yeah.
to get to the Olympics.
Target was higher and higher.
Already
Yes,
we
yeah.
set a high bar, so it was having to maintain that for 4 years.
What did you know about Sarajevo in this time?
Not very much, to be honest. I mean, at that time, it was Yugoslavia.
Yes.
And
We had some competitors were from Yugoslavia, weren't they, competing at Europeans and Worlds?
that's
Sandra
right.
Dubravcic,
Sandra
she later on
Yeah,
of course.
flame.
Yeah. So not that much going to Sarajevo, but we'd heard that the people were very lovely, very friendly, old town, part of Sarajevo as well.
Mixed up with civilization, culture, religions, etc.
Yes.
So you choose very unusual way to travel to Sarajevo if we compare with other teams
Yeah.
who's coming on Sarajevo. You travel by train.
I think, yes.
We wanted to
absolutely.
train right up to the last minute, didn't we?
It was to do with the training, really, so that initially the British team wanted us to fly home so that we could train with them. But once we left Germany, we had nowhere to train properly before flying back out again. And we worked out we'd missed so many days of training, and it was far better, because I think the German team were arriving a bit later anyway.
And they
to
offered
stay
us
there.
a place
Yeah,
on the
train.
train. So we went from Munich, I think it was from Munich,
Yeah.
all the way to Sarajevo.
Yes, it was direct line Munich Sarajevo. Unfortunately, doesn't
Doesn't
exist any more
I know
line
it was
between.
17 hours
It was
train
a long
ride.
time, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, we were the German team and we were very focused
We were
about...
friendly with all the
Yeah.
skaters anyway, so...
And what was your first impression when you looked through the windows of the train, when you passed through the Yugoslavia, through the Croatia, Bosnia?
Well, the countryside was beautiful. I mean, gorgeous, wasn't it?
I feel like there was snow on the ground.
There was
though.
snow there, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit
Certainly
snow,
when
yeah.
we got into Sarajevo, the mountains around. But to be honest, you know, when you're potentially... We felt the pressure of the gold medal. We were going there as world champions, and so we sort of put this dome around us that we didn't
Want to get distracted.
just
really.
get distracted. So we'd arrive, all we want to do
Focused completely.
get to the village, get settled, get organised, look at the skating plan, organise our day, because we would be there for 2 weeks, and I think
That's
it was
correct.
about 10 days before we did our final, and so we really plotted our time out. We pretty much stayed at the village most of the time because we just wanted to be focused and not distracted in any way. So it wasn't until after that we got more of a chance, and I do remember going around the old town.
Yes.
And also, I got a chance to go down the bobsled with the British team.
Yes.
So they let me get in the back of the bobsled and have a go down the...
I declined.
I can imagine. When you get out from the train, when you go to the Olympic Village, which is completely new settlement, what was your impression? How do you look? How do you feel in this new, let's say, surrounding?
I think just wide-eyed, because you don't know what to expect. Each Olympics that we've been to, the actual Olympic Village has been completely different. And this was new from memory. It was new and built especially for it. So the buildings were new, weren't they?
I think, you know, what we think now, communication-wise, when you went to the village, there was like a couple of telephones. There was always a
Like a phone
line,
box.
and that was all there was. There was no cell phones at that time. It was just a landline, and you didn't have a
No
landline.
internet.
And so it was a dial-out telephone,
Yeah,
and there was
to
always
Public
a
phone.
line of
Something
people
To have coins.
calling home, you know, a different time altogether.
Traveling to training, to practice on Zetra, whole Zetra, you has habit to go very early. Is it correct?
Well,
You spend almost all day there.
The day
Yeah.
of the competition, there was one training session which was in Zetra.
this is the final part of the competition, what we call
Yeah.
the free dance part.
And before that, we'd not had many training sessions on the main rink. So it was at 6 a.m. in the morning, and all of the rest of the British team and whichever other country were meant to train with us, they declined. They didn't come in because
It was too early and it would be too long a day for them.
too long of a day. But we did
went
go in. Yeah.
We went in, and we thought it was just us, our trainer, and the person that pressed the music. So, and we always had a habit of doing our routine full out, whether anybody was there or not. But we used to do it as a whole performance, and we did it as we hoped to do it in the evening. Started at the beginning, went all the way through, finished, and then as we didn't think anybody was in, but as we'd finished and started to stand up, we heard this ripple of applause all around the arena, and it was the cleaners that was cleaning.
We looked up and then
Unbelievable.
So we were first in, and the other memory is that we were last out.
the last
Because
hour on
we
that
took
day.
a long time to do doping, so you have to provide a sample, and we were
Then press conference.
dehydrated and press conference, and I remember literally everybody had left, and we were walking out
with a
literally
coach and team leader.
Nobody.
just the
Yeah.
two of us. You've been on this
Ghost.
high. There've been thousands of people in there, and then it was empty again, like in the morning, and then like at the end, it was almost like we were closing the door on the day.
Quick step back. Both of you start like 7, 8 years old skating or something
I
like
was
this.
like 8